Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT and welcome back to another Madden 18 experiment video. For the most part, we all know speed is what mostly matters in Madden. Every Madden you play, you want to have the fastest players possible. If your player has a lot of speed, more than likely, he's going to be effective in the game. But today we're going to see how much speed actually matters, as we're going to see if a full 99 overall team can still win the Super Bowl even though every single player has 0 speed. Now, some of the players are no longer 99 overall, but every other stat is 99 except speed. Obviously, it is 0. So looking at the depth chart of our team, as I said, full 99s across the board except speed. Except confidence, because the confidence is not an edible stat. So confidence is 50 for every player because it can't be affected. But as you see, quarterbacks are not affected by the speed being 0, as they remain 99 overall. But the running backs are affected by the speed by 90 overall, because they were 99s. Every single stat is 99, but since speed is 0, all of our running backs are 91 overall, but it's still technically a 99 overall player, if you get what I'm saying. Now, fullbacks, they stay a 99 overall as well. CJ Ham, I like that last name. At wide receiver, though, this is the biggest difference, which I have no idea why Stephon Diggs. Every stat's the same for every player at this position, except he's an 88, and the rest are 86s. So wide receiver, for the most part, is affected pretty big by the speed being 0. They're dropped all the way to an 86. At tight end, nothing changes. Blake Bell is still a 9 overall, as is Kyle Rudolph. Now, the offensive line, of course, they're not going to have any change because speeds, I mean, obviously having a faster offensive lineman does help, especially on pulling plays when you're running. But even with every single offensive lineman speed rating put all the way down to 0, they all remain 99 overall across the board. Now, moving on to defense. I think most of them do stay 99 overall. Our defensive ends do stay at a 99 overall. Now, defensive tackle, of course, a defensive tackle is not going to change. Although, for some reason, this guy's a 93. Sometimes Madden just makes no freaking sense. The linebackers, I think you'd want to have your linebackers to be a little bit fast, not 0 speed, but Madden doesn't think so, because even with their 0 speed, they stay at 99 overalls across the board. Now, moving on to cornerback, which is the most effective position on defense, they drop all the way to an 88 and some 87. I don't know. Every stat is 99, so you want to tell me why there's a difference in between these couple players, but not affected as much as the wide receivers, but still affected by a lot. Now, moving on to the safety positions, they're affected by 4 overall, so with 99 across the board except speed being 0, free safety is brought down to a 96, and I assume strong safety, well, that makes no sense. You want to tell me why there's a difference in between the free safety and strong safety? I don't know, but I assume the kickers are going to stay at 99. If they didn't, I'd be concerned. And kick return, they drop all the way to a 78 overall kick returner with 0 speed. But the punt returner drops to 86 overall with 0 speed. I don't freaking understand this game. But before we actually jump into the simulation, I just want to test out really quick and just jump into a game and just see what it's like having a full 99 overall team, but they all have 0 speed. Do they still suck? I'd assume so, because it's Madden. Well, here's the true test. They still suck. This is a 99 overall player right here. Still freaking sucks, so the speed is 0. Just curious to see how this goes. Gonna throw it to A. Look at that! I mean, I don't know why I threw it to A, but it did. But look at these beasts. I'm not gonna play the full game. Just want to test some things out. Let's see what Latvia's Murray can do on this carry. Yep. Although they block really well and have great trucking, we still just lose 2 yards. I want to try another pass. They still run their routes like imbeciles. There's one running back running the ball pretty fast. Gonna use him, and he's slow as molasses. Yep. This is Madden for you. Well, as you see right there, having a full 99 overall team, just because their speed is 0, it will still be impossible to win the game. So I want to sim the 4th quarter and see, simulation-wise, how this is going to go. So apparently the 0 speed doesn't affect the in-game simulation, but we're going to go ahead and quit out of this and sim the whole entire season. And I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below your prediction for how this team is going to do. Is the 0 speed going to affect the simulation? But as we just saw, if I actually played every game, it would be impossible to win. Let me know your prediction in the comment section below. Me, I think we're going to go 16-0 and still win every single game by a lot. But who knows? Who freaking knows in Madden? So boys, as you see, we still make the playoffs and get a first round bye. And I'm expecting that every single, yep, we won every game. The Bears went 0-16, we went 16-0. So it looks like speed doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Although some of our players were actually 86 overalls, but we still blew every team out of the water. So let's go into our regular season. Let's go into our regular season schedule. It looks like we still won every game by a lot. It's not as much as they did in a simulation we did when we had just a full 9 overall team. Because like we sim like 3 or 4 seasons with that, and they won every single game, every single season by like there were some games we scored over 100 points. So it's not as bad as that, but still we blow everybody out of the water. Although I guarantee we play one of these games like me actually playing, and guarantee everybody out there watching this video plays a game with this team, you can't win it because 0 speed means too freaking much in the actual game. So how did we do stats wise? Sam Bradford, as you see, won the MVP. We had the best offense in the NFL. We had a lot of freaking yards. And defensively, we only allowed 2,786 yards, and I'm guessing that was the best in the NFL. I don't know why it doesn't say it anymore. It's like a little glitch that just happened all of a sudden. But we do win the MVP. Anybody crazy? Marcus Mariota came in 8th. Hopefully he can play this weekend. But nobody too crazy coming in the top 10. We actually had Latavius Murray. I kind of skipped over him. He did come in 6th place. Sam Bradford, stats-wise, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. We were only sacked 10 times. Although Sam Bradford has 0 speed and can't avoid any pressure, and although our offensive line has 0 speed and can't really get off the snap because freaking they're so slow they can't actually stand up from their snap. But 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 9 picks, pretty good. Teddy Bridgewater, just to point that out there, had 3 completions on 3 attempts for 3 touchdowns. That's wild. Rushing-wise, Latavius Murray, 20 touchdowns. Jerick McKinnon, 21 touchdowns. Latavius Murray, 1,600 yards. That's pretty good. So we had 2 running backs over 1,000 yards. Receiving-wise, we only had 1 receiver over 1,000 yards, which that might have something to do with them not being 9 overall, but that's still kind of crazy to me. Receiving touchdown-wise, Blake Bell led our team with 10. Defensively, this will be interesting. We still had like multiple players with over 10 sacks. We had 4 players with over 10 sacks. We had Le'Veon Joseph lead our team with 15.5 sacks. Tackle-wise, we had none other than Brian Robinson lead us with only 66 tackles. Now, this is interesting. Maybe this is something to have in terms of effect when it comes to speed, because normally it's a middle linebacker, and normally in simulation, you have a couple players over 100 tackles. Like, I've had some people have like over 150 tackles. Now, our leading tackler has 66 tackles, and it's a left end. I don't know what type of significance that has, but that's just thrown out there. And Eric Kendricks led us with 6 interceptions. Now, what we're going to do is, I'm pretty sure we're going to win the Super Bowl. But we'll go ahead and sim to the Super Bowl, and we'll simulate that. Pretty sure we're going to win this. But let me know what your guys' thoughts is on this. Like, does this just show you how stupid Madden can be sometimes? We're playing the Patriots. If we don't win this game, if we lose this game, I'm going to put my username, my email, and password to my YouTube account on the screen. That's how, yeah, that's the thing. That is a thing. So, hope to God we actually win this. And as you see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, we do beat the Patriots 48-10 to win the Super Bowl, although every player we have is about as fast as a paraplegic because they have 0 speed. So I don't know what to take from this video. We beat the Saints 41-10 in the divisional round, the Seahawks 56-17 in the conference championship game, and obviously the Patriots 48-10 in the Super Bowl. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's experiment, and if you did, make sure to drop a like. Let's see if we can smash 2,000 likes on today's experiment. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas for Madden 18 experiments in the comment section below. If you see something with a lot of thumbs up and I think it's a good idea, you will have a chance to be featured in an upcoming experiment because I will use your idea for a video. But boys, with that said, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to turn on the notification bell if you haven't. But I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.